Well, hello. Guess who? I told you I wouldn't be around YouTube for a while unless I found something of interest to you all and or something to review. Today, I have both. Yeah, LETWESAF has reached out to me with their radar detection perimeter system. Radar. You know, it seems of late that human and animal predators have been a problem on the trail and camping. So, we're going to take a little look at that aspect of it. Because of this, perimeter alarms have been gaining some weight among the outdoors people, has myself even. I've used a few different types, but it seems like the perimeter alarm systems may be more and more justified. Perimeter alarms seem to fall into, give or take, two categories. One, tripwire, using blank cartridges, primers, stuff like that to make a loud noise when the perimeter alarm is tripped by a wire. Also, there are the pull type electronic tripwire alarms. They just pull apart and they make a loud electronic beeping or screeching noise. Tripwire systems are work intensive to set up. Yeah, especially if you want to cover all the approaches to your campsite. They are easily triggered by wind, falling branches, small animals, and I have even tripped my own just getting up to go to the bathroom. Yeah, that's a rude shock. Not to mention, when you do have a false alarm, you got to reset that thing. Then, of course, there is the motion alarms. Now, this uses the light spectrum in the passive infrared, and it tracks movement. Any movement. When movement stops, tracking stops. That brings us to the LETWESAF radar system. And I'm going to read this to you because this system operates on a frequency-modulated continuous-wave radar. Radar detects presence and movement. It can see through non-metallic objects. It is immune to weather-type obstacles like fog, rain, darkness. When triggered, it will give you an audible, a visual, and a location of the sensor that was triggered. And the receiver will receive this warning signal up to a half mile from the sensor. That's pretty darn good. So, let's take a look in the box, see what we got. Okay, inside the box, we have the transmitter or radar antenna and the receiver with the various controls on the front. And of course there is a accessory box which contains, I have already removed them, one 3M pad for the mounting bracket that is included for the back of the transmitter, which just screws in, or you can mount it on a tripod, which I will probably do for testing instead of trying to find places to mount this little guy. And of course, if you have some webbing straps that do not come with it, if you have some webbing straps, you can also put webbing in these attachment points and strap it to a tree. Now, to turn them on, the transmitter on and off button right here, you just press that, hold it for 3 seconds, and a little blue light will come on. The 3 little holes right here are actually LED lights, and they are charging lights to indicate the level of your charge. And once that one is turned on, to turn on your receiver, you press and hold for another 3 seconds until the blue lights come on. And you'll hear the charm because it is picking me up right now. Okay, to pair the 2 units or any other transmitter that you would purchase from LETWESAF, all you have to do is turn both units on, press the 1 through 6 buttons on the one that you want to pair it to. So this would be number 1. So I would press 1, come down to the right-hand side where it says pair probe, and then come up on the transmitter where it says pair and press that button. Once you have pressed all 3 buttons, wait until the units pair and you'll be all set. And you can do that for each one if you have other transmitters. Also comes with a small QR code if you want to use the user manual on your phone. And comes with an instruction manual, and it is also available in camouflage, not just the green, but the camouflage also. And the user manual is very, very easy to use, fully illustrated, and explains everything quite well. And of course, both units are rechargeable with USB-C ports in the bottom on both, and comes with 1 charging cable. Charging longevity on both of these, the receiver will last about 1 week. About 1 week. However, the transmitter, being it is transmitting constantly when turned on, this one will last about 2 days. So then you have to recharge the transmitter. You won't have to worry about the receiver for about a week but the transmitter is going to be every 2 days. So let's get on with testing this guy.
Okay, for the test, the top of this hill is approximately 50 yards from the sensor to the top before I drop down the other side. As you can hear, the sensor is picking me up all the way up to the top. Then once out of sight, it stops. Then coming back, the sensor picks up just down from the top, and again all the way down to the bottom. Then a quick test here with camo netting obstruction, and we get an alarm.
I'm going to take the receiver and walk away from the camera and the transmitter and see how far I can get out before it doesn't detect me. It stopped. Now I'm going to count back towards the camera and see how many yards that was. You can break it down into feet easy enough. 28 yards.
Okay, this is a transmitter to receiver reception test. I am going to carry the transmitter with me and my microphone will be with the receiver back by the camera. I know it was out of sight, but according to Google Maps, the distance was 1/2 mile one way.
Okay, I just had to try this, so I'm going to throw it in here. I have the transmitter set up on a tripod, looking through the window of my car to the other side. Now, I'm going to put the camera on the other side and see what happens when I walk by. Okay, here we go. Oh, look. I barely took a step and it's already detecting me through the glass of the car. And I got a great signal right through the car. Okay, pros and cons of this system. Easy to set up. Super awesome contact response from the sensors. Modularity of up to 6 sensors that you can put out. 1/2 mile receiver range, we already covered that, but that is definitely a pro. What's nice about that receiver range is you can actually take the receiver and leave your camp for up to 1/2 mile and still know if there's movement or somebody marching around inside your campsite. It has an IP66 weather rating, so it means it's super dustproof and waterproof. It can handle pretty much any type of rain. Now the cons. The cost. This is not a budget system. It's not. It's not a deal breaker at all on a high-end system like this. You got to expect to spend some money. The battery life on the transmitters is a little disappointing. Only 2 days. So keep a power bank with you. But again, a transmitter transmits constantly. So this is kind of to be expected. Overall, would I recommend this one? Oh yeah, I would certainly recommend this if you have the budget for it. It's not cheap, but you get what you pay for. Well, hopefully all of this was helpful to some degree. And I guess I will see you on the next one, whenever that may be. You know me.